been a while. Today, I'm going to introduce to you guys my cute manifestation blueprint. You'll be able to manifest whatever you want in 4 easy steps. Sound amazing? Click in. Hey guys, welcome to Clarity Couture. I'm Lindsay. Thank you so much from the bottom of my soul and heart for being here today. So it's been a while since I've done videos. I apologize for that. I think a lot of us are finding ourselves in a new energy beyond what we've already found ourselves in, right? And I really needed to take some time away to ensure that I wasn't just reacting from an emotional standpoint and that I was making waves that were for the change for the better rather than waves that would continue to keep us separated. So now that I would like to say kind of back in my own energy, I had to kind of step aside, right? I had to step away and remind myself that no one outside of me affects my vibration but me. And it's a hard one to really swallow and remind yourself when there's so much going on outside of us. So today I wanted to bring to you guys something that I think a lot of people could use right now, and that's a fun little manifestation method. I like to call it the C.U.T.E manifestation blueprint. Not just because it has a cute name, but that cute name actually stands for something. So the first letter of the C.U.T.E manifestation blueprint is C, and that stands for claim it. So a lot of people claim that they know their manifestations, right? I mean, we all have things we want. We all have that awareness of us wanting them. But most times, holding on to that awareness that there's something that you want actually brings to you more separation from what it is you're focusing on. So we got to think, how can we step into manifesting that without manifesting more lack? Very simple. You want to claim it. You need to claim what you're trying to manifest as if it is already something that you could fathom in your life. So if you say want a $1 billion mansion and you see a picture of it in the magazine, but you can't bring yourself to claim that, the energy of that manifestation for your own, because you truly believe that that energy is separated from you. You are unable to become the energy of what it is you want. The reason this is because you are unable to fathom the belief that you as a person, could physically claim what it is that you want. So the first thing in the C.U.T.E manifestation blueprint method is to claim it. Claim it as if it's already yours. And not just as if it's already yours, you need to really truly feel it. If you can visualize yourself having, being, doing whatever it is you're trying to manifest, that will solidify you claiming it. Which brings us to the second letter, U. Alright, this is going to be a little out there for people who aren't familiar with energy or weren't raised around other energy workers like myself, but there is a way to remove energy that has been placed upon you by yourself, most times, or someone else. Well, back in the day, it was known as removing a hex or a curse. But what a lot of people fail to understand, and what isn't mentioned a lot of times, is that we have the ability, by boxing ourselves in with a specific belief, to be our own personal curse caster. Sounds kind of crazy, I know, but stop and look at the world. Stop and think about all of the popular TV shows and movies that were playing 4 or 5 years ago. They all pretty much played out the same thing that we're seeing now, right? I think maybe actually our reality is a little worse than the movies at this point. So when you're stepping into step number 2, which is U of the C.U.T.E blueprint, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be uncrossing your energy. Now, those of you, my witchy poos, you know what this is. Those of you who are into hoodoo, voodoo, witchcraft, whatever you want to call it, this is known as uncrossing, okay? So in this, when you have something where someone puts a spell on you or casts a hex or whatever it may be, side note, no one being, entity, energy can have any control over you or of your destiny without your consent. So if you do truly believe that there's something like that, this is kind of off topic, but not really. If you do truly believe that there is something like that that has come to you, the first thing you need to do is you need to be radically honest with yourself and make sure that you haven't accidentally cast a curse upon yourself based on the thoughts that you're thinking and in turn the words that you're speaking, not to those around you, but to yourself when there's no one there. So back to the second letter, U. Uncross yourself. Sometimes our own storylines on how things must occur for our own success to play out actually causes us to create a loop of experiences due to the simple power of the belief our own energy can be just as detrimental as the energy of someone who may try to curse you. So the first step is to claim it. And the second step is to uncross yourself, meaning to check your beliefs. Are your manifestations not actually coming to fruition because it doesn't exist, but actually they aren't coming to fruition because you yourself have crossed yourself into a timeline loop of beliefs that won't allow you to manifest anything but what those beliefs box you in with. The third step is T. Train your mind. You have to train your mind to see an outcome that is not currently in your reality. And that can be very tough, especially if you have those beliefs that are actually crossing you into a barrier and not allowing you to truly come to your greatness, your power. So when we say to train your mind, it is taking every single thought and checking it and making sure that it goes into the same path and the same alignment of what you actually want. So the last letter is E, and it stands for expected. Tale as old as time. You get what you expect. So if you can actually expect your manifestation to come to fruition, it will come to fruition. Here's the crazy thing about your subconscious mind and your conscious mind. Just a little tidbit. I share this in my program for my clients. So your conscious mind is like the gatekeeper. Your conscious mind is, how did I share it with my client? Okay, so we're both Italian. So what I said, and I'll share with you guys, is your conscious mind is like the mob boss, right? And your subconscious mind is the mob boss's henchman. So subconscious mind isn't going to do anything that the mob boss doesn't give an okay to do, right? Well, your work then comes to the awareness of what the mob boss is saying. What is your conscious mind putting out there? And you have to consciously ensure that you're choosing thoughts that work towards what you want. You cannot think anything else. It is kind of like math in that you have to be able to think more of the thoughts that you do want and less of the thoughts that you don't. And so when you explain it like that in very layman's terms, like second graders do addition and subtraction. This is addition and subtraction. I'm going to take away all the thoughts that would maybe manifest an outcome I don't want. And I'm only going to think of the thoughts that will manifest what I want. And when you've had a lifetime of manifestations that have come to fruition that do not make you happy, these are manifestations that you haven't wanted ever, but they're things that you've worried about more than you've thought about what you've wanted. So obviously they've come to the forefront, right? Think that we get this now. You get what you think, you get what you expect. So when we're going to the C.U.T.E manifestation blueprint, C, claim it. U, uncross those beliefs. T, train your mind. E, expect it. Okay? You have the power. You have the power, and it is so very obvious that you have the power because look at our world right now. Look at where our world is. And now look at all of the changes that have happened. You guys have done that. You are the change. You have continually become the change and been the change. And there will be more changes that need to happen. And guess who's going to be there doing that? You. It's better to get a hold of and a grasp of your mind now so that you can play superhero to the collective and help manifest something that is for the greater good of all and not just 1% of the population. So, all right, guys, and really quickly before I get started with the affirmation today, I just wanted to remind you that my program, The Authenticity Key, is open for enrollment and accepting more content creators right now. So, things are really hectic. It's kind of overwhelming, and I know a lot of my content creators are getting antsy. You know, we spend a lot of time in our homes anyways, but the world's been a little different. So I get it. You guys are like, no, I don't want to take any school. I don't want to do any of this stuff. I definitely don't want anybody holding me accountable right now. I want to go lose my shit. But here's the thing about that. You're going to go out, you're going to party, probably going to spend the money that you made during quarantine, and then you're going to be right back where you were before quarantine. And you don't want to do that because then you're scrambling to create content, create a happiness for yourself, and create a momentum that's going to consistently provide for you. So yes, I get wanting to go out. I get wanting to go to the pools. I totally get that. But I just want to reframe your vision just a little bit and remind you guys about how much more you can get done if you have someone like me on your team. And I'm not saying just me in particular, but someone who truly knows A, what your vision is, B, where your goals are and where you want to go, and see where you're at right now. These are really important things to measure, okay? The more you measure something, the better it gets. That is literally the affirmation for today. The more you measure something, the better it gets, okay? So before we get into the affirmation, I just want you to think about that. Think about all the times that you've taken something and you've gone, this is where I'm at. I want to do A through Z, and you've actually actively written out what you want. You got a lot further those times than you did when you were just kind of wandering around, flailing around. This sounds great. This sounds fun. But you really didn't have a direction, right? So that's awesome. That's awesome when you get that inspiration. But the problem with that inspiration is that it comes and it goes. And if you're somebody that needs that inspiration to create your content, you're someone that's not going to make it on the top selling, and you're someone that's going to struggle to make ends meet, because what happens when 3 months go by and you don't have any inspiration? That's why having a coach on your team, cheering you on, being that amazing buddy that will tell you how it is when you need it, that's powerful. It's powerful because if you believe in yourself enough to invest in yourself, those that you're selling your content to are going to believe in you enough to invest in your content. So it really does come down to you and what you're ready for. When you're ready for someone to be on your team, for you to have nonstop support, accountability, education modules, and a community filled with women who are just like you, I'm here. Okay? So today's affirmation is going to be, the more I measure it, better it gets. The more I measure it, the better it gets. The more I measure it, the better it gets. You can take the girl out of the adult industry, but I'm just thinking, how many men are going to go along saying this affirmation? Jokes, guys. I love you. I don't think this affirmation is going to make body parts grow. I love you guys. Love you guys so much. If you guys are struggling or you just need some buddy support, reach out to me. All of my links for all my social media are at the front of my profile as well as the bottom of every video. So you can just click on over, say hey, let me know that you're from YouTube. I'll follow you back. Let's be friends. Please remember that your body is a vehicle for your soul, okay? Remember that your thoughts are the GPS system and they choose what road your body will drive down. So that is why it's so, so, so important for you to drive yourselves well, my friends. I love you. Namaste.